What's up, guys? It's Morphious, and I want to say thank you so much for 10 million views. It's absolutely amazing, blows my mind. I appreciate every single one of you that likes, comments, shares, watches the videos. You guys are awesome. So in this video, I actually want to do a Morpheus origin story because I think it would be kind of interesting, and I thought it would be a good time to do it. Before I do that, though, I do just want to kind of jump into some stats because I think these are pretty cool. 10 million, which is just amazing. 166,000 watched hours. That's one of the stats that really has always been pretty cool to me. Almost 13,000 subscribers, a few $1,000s in ad revenue. And yeah, it's been quite the journey. If you notice, we actually started in January of 2021, right around when Classic came out, and 456 videos posted since then over the span of 4 years. And for any of you that were actually keeping track, I've posted a video every single day for more than 100 days, which kind of blows my mind. As many of you know, I am in medical school, and so I do want to premise that as I get closer and closer to graduating and becoming a doctor, things will slow down. With that being said, as I get good content, I will make sure to put it out there. I still really enjoy making videos, there's no doubt about that, but things are very busy, and I'm getting tired, I'll be honest with you. But it's been a good journey, and it's been a really good experience. So just to kind of jump into this origin story, weirdly enough, this all started when I was on a ski trip, and I actually did a jump, and I landed bad, and I ended up dislocating and shattering my thumb. I put it back into place, but it was shattered. I had to have surgery on it. And after I did surgery, I was kind of bedridden for a few days on pain meds, that kind of stuff. And I got bored. And so I opened up my laptop and I logged into World of Warcraft for the first time in many, many years. And, you know, Classic was just coming out. Some friends were playing. They played on Alliance. So that's why I rolled Alliance and ended up making Morpheus. And the reason I made this character actually is because when I used to play, when I was a teenager, I always thought Boomkin was super cool. You know, the form. And so I actually chose Druid specifically because I wanted to be a Boomkin. And as you can imagine, things progressed over time. And, you know, as PvP, I started to PvP more often. I started to realize that Boomkin, while super fun, is not super viable. So that's why you see that I've changed my strategy over time and my spec. For any of you that's gone back and watched some of my old videos that I used to post, you'll actually notice that I was clicking. And that's kind of how the videos initially started getting attention, is because people really like to hate on the fact that I was clicking. And the funny reason behind that is, you know, I had broken my thumb and I had this big like hand cast. So one of my hands was completely in a cast. And if any of you don't know, I play on a MacBook Pro, it's a laptop. So I used to actually lay on my couch with my laptop in my lap and use the trackpad. So all throughout Classic, when I leveled from level 1 to 60, I didn't even own a mouse. I did not own a single mouse. Not a gaming mouse, not like a little cheap Office Depot mouse, nothing. I just used the trackpad. And to navigate with the trackpad, you know, the trackpad is how you move. And so because that's how I was moving, I needed my, you know, to be able to like click spells and stuff like that. It's really silly. It's a really goofy reason, but if you go back and watch the videos, that's why I was clicking. But you'll notice I continued to click over time, and honestly, it was out of spite, to be completely honest with you guys, which is not a good reason. But people really hated on the fact that I was clicking, and so the videos kind of got attention because, you know, some players with nice gaming setups played this game for many years, and I'm like clicking them to death, you know. So that initial kind of attention in the channel with the clicking, I kind of kept that going for a while. But as you can imagine, same with Boomkin, it's just not very viable. You know, there was a certain point where I'd kind of maxed out my abilities with what I could do. And so finally I gave in. At first I bought an Office Depot mouse, but I did eventually buy a gaming mouse with buttons and all that kind of stuff, and a mouse pad. I do still have the MacBook Pro. My first one died, I'll be honest with you, and I got another one. You know, again, I'm a student, I'm a full-time student, I'm in the hospital, going around seeing patients all day, every day, going to classes. So a laptop is where I needed my money to be. I could not get a PC. So I still have a MacBook Pro. It's slightly newer. It's like a 2019 or something like that. But upgrades, gaming mouse, and we have a desk fan. and some pretty decent headphones, which is why the sound quality is good. So, I continued to make videos, and I think what's funny is the reason I even started making videos in the first place was I was doing an Arathi Basin, and it kind of was like a pretty decent game, and I thought, it'd be cool to record my gameplay. And when I started screen recording, I actually realized that it ended up being the best game I had played up to that point. And so I thought to myself, oh man, maybe I should screen record more often. It kind of encouraged me to play better and to kind of focus on trying to optimize my gameplay. Wanted to show it to some of my friends, and so they was trying to figure out how would I be able to show them a 20-minute video. Ended up making a YouTube account, uploading it to YouTube, specifically just so my friends could see it. Shared it with a few other people that I played World of Warcraft on, and funny enough, I ended up posting it into a PvP Discord that I was in at the time, and the first comment I ever got, this was the first feedback I ever got on any of my videos, and it was, is this a joke? And it kind of goes to show sometimes feedback's not great, but if you stick with it, I didn't let that discourage me. I continued to record a couple more videos. My friends liked them. I posted it just for them. And then over time, there was kind of additional element to the game. I wasn't just playing the game to play the game. The intention was also to try to make a video and to try to play the best that I could. So that is how we started making videos. Over time, they started getting attention, and there was some encouragement back and forth, and it kind of became a side project, a side hobby. Believe it or not, I do actually have quite a few other hobbies, working on cars and doing other things like that. But this is one that was something I could just do fun in my free time, and it wasn't a super big time commitment. But as you can see, over time, as the channel grew, the time commitment grew as well. Posting more than 100 videos in 100 days, it's it's been tiring and been a little bit too consuming, to be honest with you. As you can imagine, medical school is very taxing, very time intensive. I often have 12-hour days or so in the hospital, go home and study. The day's not over once I'm done at the hospital. Now it's time to study. I generally average about 5 to 6 hours of sleep a night, and then on weekends I actually average less because that's often when I'm gaming. Usually log in about twice a week, and we'll play for like 1 to 2 hours or so. So within that time frame, trying to get enough clips to maintain that 7 videos a day, it's been interesting, but it's been fun, and I've learned a lot. I've grown a lot as a player, learned a lot about the classic era community, made a lot of friends. So it's been a really fun, interesting journey. For any of you that want to get into YouTube, or just in general want to do anything in life, the best advice that I have for you is, first off, don't give up. If it's a passion of yours, keep going. Don't be discouraged by negative feedback or anything like that, or setbacks. Learn from your mistakes. When you make mistakes, try to analyze that. What did I do wrong? What could I have done better? Learn from your successes. Why did that work? What worked about that? How can I emulate that and continue to do it in the future? And then learn from the failures and mistakes of others, and also learn from their success. If you look at a successful YouTuber, let's say, for example, Xaryu, right? He's a good example. I look at his videos and I think, what is he doing right? Why does that work? Why do people like what he does, right? What does he do wrong or could improve on? How can I learn from those failures? How can I learn from those successes? If you apply that just in general in life, you often will go far. People that are resilient and persistent often go far, and people that learn from their mistakes and continue to improve go far. You don't want to be stagnant. And then passion is important, right? Like, do things that interest you. Don't do something that, if it's not interesting you and there's no monetary benefit or anything like that, there's no personal benefit, no monetary benefit, then it's really not worth your time. And kind of analyzing, how are you spending your time and what is really worth your time. There was a surgeon, and he gave me this really good advice, and I liked it, and I guess I'll pass it on to you guys. He said, when you say yes to one thing, you say no to all other things, right? So if I'm saying yes to making a video, in that moment, I'm saying no to other things. I'm saying no to studying. I'm saying no to spending time with my friends or my family, right? So it's important to manage what you do and what you say yes to, how you spend that time. and acknowledging that when you're doing one thing, right, you're not doing other things. So you're saying no to all other opportunities. So it's important to recognize that and kind of determine what is significant to you in your life and how do you want to spend that time. So personally, that's the best advice I can get. You probably clicked on this video and had no intention of getting it, any advice or any desire and any advice. So it's very unsolicited, but there you go nevertheless. Do want to bring it back and just say again, thank you so much, guys. I really appreciate each and every one of you. You all are awesome. Been very supportive throughout this journey. I will continue to make videos. The frequency certainly will be decreased moving forward, but I will continue to play the game. You know, it's something that I do for fun. And as I get good clips, I will keep putting them out there, okay? Thank you so much, all. And I appreciate every single one of you, especially those that watched to the end of this video. You guys have a great rest of your day.